Hello, welcome back. So the purpose of this tutorial is to look around in the NCBI GBank database website. All you have to do is just open up your web browser, and what you need to do is search and type in NCBI, and you should be able to find the results. Here we are. You should get the National Center for Biotechnology information, and from here you'll be able to see how many sections that you can click on to access. You could click Blast. There is this link to the nucleotide, to PubMed, and you are... Now, without further ado, we just click the National Center for Biotechnology information. And depending on your internet connection, you should be able to load up the page quite fast. It is quite a large online database, so it might take time, but it should already be loaded up. So this is basically the main page of the National Center of Biotechnology Information website. And you basically can see three different sections. On the left-hand section, middle section, and also the right-hand section over here. So let's have a look one by one. So at the top part, you can see the search bar where you'll be able to type in a search result and find anything you want, depends on keywords search. Apart from that, you could actually search from the drop down across all the different databases from the drop down, and it's connected to more than 40 databases. You could specify the keyword search in a specific database. For example, if I want to search gene database about human collagen, you would just type that in and look it up. We'll cover that a little bit further later on. So let's have a look at the left-hand side section in the NCBI lecture, and you'll be able to see a lot of things over here. If you want to click all resources, you'll be able to see all the resources that you can connect to. You could also specify search on certain things. For example, you could find papers, literature papers specific to what you're looking for, and so on and so forth. Now, the middle section is basically just a view to be able to get access into NCBI, especially if you are a submitter or a researcher who wants to submit your information into the NCBI database. You could either submit your or deposit your data manuscript. You could actually download NCBI data into your own computer if you want to access locally, or you could actually find documents to learn more about certain things or certain domains that you're interested in. There's a lot more, such as development and analyze and research, that allows users to use NCBI. And then on the right hand side of this website, you'll be able to see more and more links that are connected with the NCBI webpage, and particularly things like publications that have been submitted by researchers around the world. And you could have a look at the word BLAST, which we have covered in chapter 4 on the programs. There's other things. If you are interested in study the single nuclear polymerism, SMP here link, you'll be able to access that, and so on and so forth. Some people might want to read up certain news, and they could just drag down to this section, and this gives you the latest news and blogs, articles that have been submitted generally. There's also a lot of other links at the bottom of the page, quick access links, which are useful. So basically, that's how the NCBI front page looks like. And what we want to do here, let's say we want to begin a search. So for example, let's have a let's type in human collagen, or we could type in any kind of keywords or ask questions, proper questions for the NCPI, and NCPI would be able to search it for us. It's just like doing it on Google.com. NCPI is basically a search of the database engine. So I don't want to specify just the gene. I want to actually look at all the databases. So that's what I'll choose and click search. So it's searching now and return the results. So this is the most interesting part of the database. So we are searching this keyword against all databases, and we'll see in terms of all the number of records that have been returned and are available in these databases. Like, for example, so all these databases are categorized into different sections. You could actually look up in the literature section, in the health section, in the genomes section, and the chemicals, proteins, and genes, all related to the search. So looking up the section under genes, we will be looking at that quite closely. So things that like Unigene. So when we talk about things like protein, primary and secondary and tertiary analysis, we will actually look at conserved domains, proteins, protein clusters, and structures. I will not go through this by one of all these sections. This is just jump into an example, for example, gene. Just so we could see the difference between genes and nucleotides, because yeah. So let's have a look. So what we want to do now is let's just try to see what's under the gene area. So when we talk about human collagen, there are around 16,194 returned results that have the results human collagen. Now you have to understand NCPI database is a database. So that means that when you search based on keywords, what the database will do is try to find any records that contains that keyword that you have specified in order to search for the information. But in this case, this gene contains 16,194 hits on that keyword search human collagen. So let's just press and follow the link. Searching, and so now, right, so again, the beauty about NCPI database is that everything is simplified in such a way that you'll be able to know where and when you can get the information. So you see, once again, you always have the search bar at the top, and then there'll be a left section, middle section, and right section. So if you notice, the middle section will always bring you back the results, while the left or the right section will provide you with any other links that are related to the section. So what do we see here? So what we are seeing here is that on this page there is 1 to 20 records of the 15,903 returned records. So why is that so? So previously, if we have to go back, we saw that we had 16,194 records, but when we actually clicked it, then it actually showed us only 15,903. So why is that? This is simply because actually when you look carefully, 15,903 records is not included in the first page. Which is basically in addition to the 20 records. Yeah. So one thing we could do here is actually we could choose how many records to show on the first page between 5 and 200 records. So let's play around with that for a second, and let's pick 5. And yeah, the web page will automatically just reduce the number of records showing to just 5. So here you can see that as soon as we picked 5, you can see exactly how many numbers are showing on that page and the change. So now we have one page showing of 3,185. There is also 291 discontinued or replaced items. This is also basically included in the 15,903 records on the total. So basically what NCBI database is trying to do here is they are trying to they keep the records that are most trustworthy and mostly updated. So anything that has been discontinued or replaced, they'll actually discontinue it and not show it in the search results. Now let's go straight to the results and see what they're showing here. And the things that we can see here is actually the most important part is the name of the gene ID, the description, the location, and the aliases and MIM. The most important thing here that we need to know is MIM in actually name gene ID is in the form of IDs. And the description is the full name or the complete name of the genome related to the gene ID. And the location is the chromosome location of this gene in the genomic region. And the aliases are the data types of names that affects the same gene. In this case, we actually, if we go down, we could also see that there is other options at the bottom of the page. Now, for someone who's familiar with SQL or MSQL or any other query language, then you are able to understand what this means. So this is a form of computer readable code that helps you extract the data and results related to the keyword. Right, so let's find some related data and look through the database. So basically we are trying to see these results from the gene database. And we are currently trying to find human collagen, all the human choice from all the databases. But here we could change the results and go to any specifically drill down to any specific database that we like. And you will see probably a different information showing up than what we see here. Different records, what we see right here. So, but in this case, we're just going to stick to what we see right now. Right, and we could also here see the suggested links to records by NCPI. In this case, it's also telling us that the gene COL3A1 collagen type 3 alpha 1 chain, and we could also see the same keyword actually attached to other different species. Yeah, so before moving forward and choosing any type of results, we could actually specify